I'm super excited about this.
Very welcome.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. I want to know about your art and some of the pieces here. So, what makes your art unique?
Well, firstly, it's very collaborative. I like to work with other disciplines. So my work has many layers, and I work with songwriters, filmmakers, and I incorporate their images and stills.
Awesome. Well, go ahead and hold one up. You're
Sure.
incorporating images and stills. Go ahead and as you're explaining
Right.
to show some of the stuff.
Okay. So, what my
Go ahead and hold it so we can
there we are.
see it there. There we go.
My association with Formula One started in Abu Dhabi, 2008. I was showing some artwork there at the art fair in my gallery, and I learned that they were developing this new track. They just started building this huge, enormous, state-of-the-art GP track. So I had an idea to pitch a proposal, a commission, to commemorate the opening of the new circuit. So we pitched it to the authorities, and what I wanted to do was to get the drivers from all the teams to handwrite pieces of poetry, something different, so it brings them into the artwork, into the cultural side of it.
Awesome. So show us a little bit of that here. So that it looks like, and you're telling me, so not only is this some of the drivers' poetry, but you've got some fabric on there as well.
Yeah. This commission, this is the Abu Dhabi commission. So it showcased the city, the track, and I chose this poem by Rudyard Kipling. It's called If, and I thought, and it's a beautiful poem, very beautiful, and it's about winning and losing, and a fine line between the two. So I thought it was very appropriate. So I got each driver to handwrite 2 lines from the poem, 10 paintings, so the poem runs throughout. So this started, and also in Arabic it was translated. So I got the drivers to start. This is Kimi Räikkönen and Massa from Ferrari.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, it worked out so well. And this is all the local fabric. And I use fabric, paint, resin, photographic transfer.
It's so beautiful, and you guys probably can't see it from just being on film, but if you look at it closely, I mean, it's just textured. It's all of this is so textured, and so go ahead and hold up some other pieces so everyone can kind of see.
Shall I hold up?
Yeah. We've got some pieces back here that he's going to show us as well. So
you can see the texture and the surface. So my process is to sort of build layer upon layer, and I use and I paint this polyester resin. It's like a wax, like an encaustic, and so it renders some of the layers transparent, so you can see through. So it can really give this sort of sense of depth.
No, you definitely see that. You can definitely see.
And actually, for me, Formula One has so much beauty and power and depth, and this is what I wanted to portray. During this commission, Bernie Ecclestone, who's the CEO of Formula One, the Supremo, he saw my work there on display, and then from that sighting, he commissioned me to travel with him and the Formula One circus around the world to make a painting for every race. And this was in 2011. So, and we worked with the sponsors, the city mayors, the prime ministers, everybody, all the leading executives, all of which he knows. He's a very powerful man.
Yeah.
So we got them to write, rather like with this series with the print, the handwritten pieces from the drivers. I got all the executives to write and ask them what Formula One means to them, what makes it so special, because it has this unique appeal in the world of sport. Because Formula One is not just about sport; it brings these communities together as well.
Well, that's what I think what the most important thing for people to realize about your work is that it's bringing so many things together. You're bringing the athletes together. You're bringing the culture together, all into one piece. And I definitely think that it's sending that kind of message. It's really just beautiful. That's the best way to put it. I just love this stuff. If you don't mind me holding this one up as well. I mean, I definitely want to get some of your work shown here, but some of this is just so pretty. And you were talking
about. So this is all the local fabric. So during the race week of all the cities around the world, I went deep into the city to collect the fabric for local beautiful dresses and saris, and I said I'd like to put it into my work and cut it up they were horrified that I was going to use it for artwork.
Right.
But, yeah, so that forms the frame of the piece of all my work, actually. So fabric is an integral component here, actually. And and surface is important, as you say, so it's hard to see the detail.
It is.
There's so many layers, yeah, of handmade paper.
Which is why you need to go see all of this in person. And I hate to, there's so many works of art that he has here that I want to, yeah, let's go ahead and get the last piece in here. I know we're crunched on time, but I myself just want you guys to see because it's some really cool stuff.
Okay, so this is one of the pieces that we have in the Russell Collection Gallery on 6th Street. So we had the opening last night, so there's 50 of these. And the show is called Around the World in 50 Paintings.
Okay.
And this is India. This is there's a new circuit just outside of New Delhi.
That is so cool.
And it's fantastic, yeah.
I just love the fact that you're capturing all the different cultures in these paintings, which is just, it's
you can
really
see the texture and the surface, yeah. It's a visual diary that I create really of the race, the race week, and the city. So incorporating all of this.
Absolutely. Which is another, reason why, guys, Austin is such an awesome place to live, because we have beautiful things like this in our community, in our city. Visit us. We have the ability to go see it, so definitely, where's your work being seen right now?
In the Russell Collection, Fine Art Gallery on 6th Street.
Okay, and it's there until November 30th, correct?
Yes, it is, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. Well, you guys have to go check some of this out. I know he told me that all this stuff is, for purchase, which, I would take all of them if I could, but this is some great stuff. I really appreciate you
And I
joining.
was inspired by a Texan born painter
Is that right?
called Robert Rauschenberg.
Okay, cool.
Really famous. I mean, he lived in New York and down in Florida in the 50s and 60s.
Will you be...
Great inspiration.
Great. I mean, if people want to learn more about where you were inspired and everything, is there any place they can...
Yes, on my website, yeah.
What is your website?
Mark-Dickens.com.
All right. Mark-Dickens.com. You can find out about
the
all of
gallery
this art.
website too, because they'll have information.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys have so many different ways to see this work, to learn more about Mark Dickens' work. We were so happy and excited to have you on our show.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff is beautiful, guys. So definitely go check it out.
One way or other, I will learn your secrets. The horseman is revealed.